Welcome back, everybody. We are about to witness the final game of the round of 24. My voice is very quickly departing here. I hope it lasts for at least this game. One more game to go, one more game of the night. And this is going to be very exciting because after this game, we will know all 16 of the round of 16 players. So excited. Excuse me. But first, I must give a shout out to our lovely sponsors, Razer and Twitch TV. They are awesome. They made this all possible. And huge thanks to Team Liquid, of course, for helping with the organization and all the minutiae of the tournament. So, looking at the group so far, we have Terra going out 2-0 from the group, Cozy dropping out 0-2 in the worst day of his life. But we have two more players, Rams and Julia, fighting for the very last spot in the round of 16. Is Julia going to win and keep a 50% Zerg level in the round of 16? Or is Rams going to take it down and give us our first two non-Zergs from a single group? That would be pretty sweet. Either way, I think it's going to be a pretty good game here. So, yeah, let's get to it. Alright, at the bottom right as the Teal Zerg, we have BSL Julia, who misspelled his name. Is it just me or does that say Jula? Wait, is that just bugged? Is it? Alright, whatever. At the bottom left is the Orange Terror, and we will have Rams. And, okay. I realized another thing, by the way, guys, is that if Rams wins this game, for the first time in my life, I will have correctly liquid-betted an entire group. Yeah, just think about that. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. We're making history right here on TLS. Ugh. Also, I hope my voice doesn't sound too weird. It sounds weird in my head. It's like I'm dying. Ah, man. See, now I know why Tasteless did voice exercises and stuff. This is crazy. I've done longer casts than this, but man, it's been a while. I'm out of practice. I'm out of shape. I'm all chubby and unfit in a voice sense. I wonder what the caster equivalent of being obese is. You know, like your vocal cords just haven't been used in a while. Just get all messed up. Ugh, terrible. Hey, we have an overpull here from Julia, which is interesting. It's not what you usually see in ZVT. You almost always see 12 hatch here. I guess we'll see how he follows up here. Maybe go for some kind of 2 hatch shenanigans. He's spamming at 500 APM, by the way. And his name is actually Jula. Or this replay somehow dropped a letter from his name. I don't know how it's possible that you can drop a letter. Is that like an actual bug? I've never ever seen this before, but I could have sworn it was spelled correctly previously. So either I'm losing my mind or I don't know what's happening right now. How did it just lose a letter? Maybe this isn't actually Julia. Maybe somehow the real Julia, his computer crashed or something, and someone just made a fake account and pretended to be him, and is now playing in this game, but it's not actually him, and the TLS refs didn't realize or something. Oh, that'd be so funny. Because he's not even spoofing, he just has a different ID. What? What? Are you kidding me? What? 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 Alright. Alright, sweet. Well then. I don't really know what the point of that is. I mean, pretty sure Rams is just going to 1-rack to span anyway. Wait, no. Well, yes, okay. I was like, wait, why does he have no minerals? Okay, no, he does have a command center there. So that doesn't really affect you. I mean, that prevents him from going like getting the fast +1 like he did against Cozy. So Rams can't do the exact same build that he did against Cozy now, but I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest. So yeah. Well, actually, wait a minute. Now that I think about it, because Julia went for an overpool and he's being aggressive with the Lings, the Marines can't really go back and kill it. I mean, 2 of them are back now, but this is actually delaying the gas longer than it might otherwise have been delayed. So I don't know. Maybe it's slightly more worth it then, but I still think it's not very good. I mean, as you can see, he just built a second barracks, so and now he's just gonna kill it and make the gas anyway, and his money isn't that high. So I don't think that was quite worth it. Anyway, it looks like this drone is just chilling on the ramp. He's hold positioning here so the SCV doesn't see that it is in fact a 2-hatch, but I mean, this is kind of what I said in the beginning, you know, overpool probably indicates some kind of 2-hatch shenanigans. I would imagine it's just 2-hatch muta, but I guess we'll see. Maybe the Gastia was like hoping to delay the Marine upgrades like +1 and stim and range and whatnot, so maybe when the 2-hatch muta hits, like Marine range won't be done, and obviously +1 won't be done either, so his mutas will be even more effective. I mean, that's kind of the point of 2-hatch anyway. So when 3-hatch muta hits, so 3-hatch is the more economic build, but when 3-hatch muta hits, right, usually range and stim should both be done for Marines. 2-hatch I think is usually supposed to hit before range finishes anyway, but maybe he's hoping that like stim won't be finished either or something, or there won't be any medics or something like that by delaying the gas. I'm not 100% sure, but it's probably something along those lines. Anyway, and we do see the second gas now. And Spire should be along the way as soon as he's got 200 minerals. And all will be, well, all will be fine and dandy. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, nice little wall thing here, just like Rams did in the last game against Cozy. Gonna protect him against any early Ling attacks. And there's the Academy, of course, so he's not going for that fast engineering raid again because he can't really afford it gas-wise. Whoa, that was a misclick for sure. I think that was Overlord's speed there. You definitely don't need that when you're going for 2-hatch muta. I don't even know what the hotkey for that is. I think it might be P. I don't know how he would accidentally hit that. I'm pretty sure it is P, right? Because it's pneumatized carapace or something like that. Pneumatic carapace? It's something like that with a P. I don't know. Maybe someone can confirm in the chat. Anyway, there's the Spire, so it is 2-hatch muta. Getting a 3rd hatch just now. Oftentimes when players go for 2-hatch muta, they'll build their 3rd hatchery at a 3rd base instead of in their main, like when you go for 3-hatch, just because since you're being aggressive with the mutas anyway, you can generally take that 3rd safely with that 3rd hatchery. But this way is definitely safer for sure. But I think it's probably worth getting a 3rd base anyway. I think I've seen a lot of Zergs do that. In the meantime, we do have quite a good amount of medics, or medic marine rather here. Gonna poke out a bit, scare the Zerg, maybe force a couple of extra sunkens here. At the very least, force these to turn into sunken colonies, costing him an extra 100 minerals. But it looks like the Overlord here sees that the Marines do pull back, so he's not being fooled into it. Very, very nice here. You know, you might think that doesn't make too much of a difference, but when you go for 2-hatch muta, your economy is generally relatively low, so you don't want to make these if you don't have to. And you can see, look at this, he's made one, he's kind of compromising here. He's made one, but canceled the other one anyway. And looks like otherwise everything is very standard in the Terran base. Don't see a factory just yet though, so it looks like he's going to go for a bit of a heavier bio focus here in the mid game once again, just like he did against Cozy. He seems to be more comfortable with that rather than you know, going for like a 2 racks and then going straight for vessels or factory or tanks and then vessels rather. Anyway, the mutas are out, and the Marines are slightly out of position here, trying to catch the mutas maybe, but looks like one turret is finished as the other turret's going to try and get denied here, but oh man, losing a muta already here. Not the best muta micro from Julia. You know, I wasn't impressed by his muta micro against Terror either, and he's really not showing it in this game. I mean, in that game I was like, you know, is it lagging or something? But at this point I think he actually just doesn't have the best, you know, muta micro that I've ever seen. Which is not saying that, you know, it's not like he's terrible or anything, but he's not exactly the highest level muta micro. And you can see the mutas aren't even really stacking properly. It's a little bit surprising considering he is a B-ranked third player. You'd expect him to have pretty darn good muta micro here, so I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, looks like we do have a den, so he's actually going to transition fairly standardly into lurkers. Not going to try Cozy's crazy Zerg strat, but just going to do something a little bit more normal, but man, these mutas really not doing very much damage at all here. Look at this. He's finally getting his act together, doing a bit of micro here, sniping some SCVs, but Rams is just totally on top of this. And there's the factory, there we go. It's like +1 almost done as well. The Marine's going to get picked off at the back here, but really when you go for 2-hatch Muta, you need to do some damage here, especially if you're not going to take a third base with your third hatchery. If you're just going to stay on 2 base, you really need to do damage, and he's not been able to do that much. I'm just going to try and pick off some of these straggling Marines. Going to do a decent job actually, and oh, got to run away now. Also, crucially, he's not just picking off Marines here, he's forcing the whole medic Marine group to pull back, so they are not attacking, giving him time to, you know, get more Sunkens, get Lurkers. I think he's still a little bit away from Lurkers, so if the Marines go straight to the Zerg base right now, they'll bust it before the Lurkers finish. So, Julia is really desperately trying to get the Marines to pull back here. He's trying to threaten with the Mutas, that's the whole point of the Mutas, but unfortunately for him, it's really not working right now. Look at this, Rams is just completely ignoring it and going straight for the base. He knows there's actually not enough Mutas to finish it, or to do significant damage to his base, but he's actually going to pull back. I don't know why he's pulling back. He noticed he's also just scanned all of the potential third bases of the Zerg. Maybe he realizes that the Zerg doesn't have a third and he's feeling like he doesn't actually need to attack, because if they stay on 2 bases versus 2 bases for a really long time, the Terran will be, well, the Terran is in a good position because the Zerg needs to be a base ahead. Without that third gas, the Zerg is really kind of handcuffed in what he can actually do. He can't really afford going for that hive level tech. You know, the Defilers and the hive are all very gas heavy. And he's got to make the Lurkers to defend, so Rams knows that he's not actually required to attack the Zerg right now. He can just kind of chill in the middle of the map, keep map control, kind of keep the Zerg a little bit on the defensive, and then kind of do whatever he wants right now. And you know, he's exactly right. I mean, Julie is doing a little bit more harassment here on the SCVs. Oh man, he's got to be careful not to fly back to these Marines. Ram's setting a bit of a trap here in case Julie just kind of does a bit of harassment and then just right-clicks back to his main while he macros or something. That could be very bad for him if he just sends his mutas back without looking. Meanwhile, looks like Starport finished. Science facility should be on the way. And a few Lurkers heading up to the top right because he's just now got his third base on the way. The Lurkers aren't going to get in position. Rams looked like he wanted to intercept them, but the Marines weren't quite in time. And he's now actually going to go for the natural, but there's only one Lurker, it looks like. Oh man, if he can actually snipe that Lurker, he may be able to do something, although there are a lot of Sunkens there as well. And it looks like he's not going to do anything. So Rams just kind of poking around a bit, but not really committing either way here. Which is not bad for now, but he's got to be careful because he's giving Julia a chance to kind of catch up a little bit. Julia was in a pretty bad position after going for the 2-hatch and not really doing any damage, and just waiting around here is kind of letting him catch up in the game. I don't know how that Marine died. It looks like the Marines killed it or something. Bit of Marine mutiny going on there. Anyway, looks like Hive is about to finish now as well, and once the Zerg gets to Hive level, there are so many cool little efficient tactics that they can do to get back in the game. I wonder if he's going to make a Greater Spire as well. Yes, he is making a Greater Spire. Excellent. Usually, it's very common strategy on this map, actually, on Fighting Spirit, to get Guardians, because look at this, the natural formation. I mean, this formation, this cliff that makes Muta Harass so effective, makes Guardians obviously very effective as well, so you just use your leftover Mutas from the Muta Harass to make a bunch of Guardians behind their natural, start sieging down their natural with the Guardians, and they either have to waste their Radiates or make Wraiths to deal with that. And if you make Wraiths, you're obviously not making Vessels, so either way, you're basically losing Irradiates to deal with those Guardians. Looks like a couple of Lurkers getting chased away there. Ram's gotta be a little bit careful. There are 3 Lurkers here. Looks like he wants to get in position to snipe them. Lurker's gonna retreat to the safety of the Sunkens, and I think that's way too many for him to break head on. But if he just sieges up here, he can slowly start whittling down this force and start breaking in. But the Guardians, are they not making yet? Okay, looks like Greater Spire not quite done yet. It seems to take actually quite a while to morph there. And oh man, Rams is going in here. I don't think that's a good idea. He's losing a lot of Marines here. It looks like he does take down all the Lurkers, though. Going to focus down the Evolution Chamber, which was for some reason getting +1 ranged attack. That's a little bit peculiar here. That's not the usual upgrade that you get in a ZVT. But look at this, the third base is up now, so a third gas is available to Julia, and he can pretty soon build a Nidus Canal to that base as well to help transfer some more drones there as well as defend it. Though there is a lot of pressure on this front right now. A dropship coming out as well, fully loaded. Looks like that's going straight for the third base of Julia. Meanwhile, Rams keeping up on his base macro, on his infrastructure, and slowly just sieging down the Zerg natural. The Zerg really needs Consume and Dark Swarm to defend this. Consume is about to finish here. I think he's going to hold on here. This is really crazy how Julia is holding on right now and actually not in a terrible position at all. He just needs to swarm this and he should be able to defend it. Now this drop, though, this drop could do a lot of damage. The Scourge are not in position to intercept the drop. He had Scourge there. but it looks like the swarm is down, and it looks like the attack on the front is going to be pushed back. The problem is the third base is completely open. There's no Nidus Canal. 3 lurkers moving back here. How good is the anti-lurker micro? It looks like 2 of the Marines didn't even unload, though. Bit of a mistake from Rams. I'm not sure why those didn't unload. Okay, finally unloading those. Is he going to get the last lurker? He does get the last lurker, and I think that means that this base is history. So even though Julia held on to his natural, he is not going to hold on to his third. He's going to lose all of the drones there. He's not even bothering to run away. They have nowhere to run to. They can't even go home because of the giant army there. But the Guardians have finished. Oh my god, there's so many Guardians. 4 kills, 7 kills, 7 kills, 1 kill. We were not paying attention. It looks like Rams wasn't paying attention either because these Guardians have gotten like 16 kills between them or something, but he's not paying attention now. Julia, he's letting his Guardians die. He should move them back behind the cliff. He's not watching. No, Julia, you got to run away. You got to get out of range here. You can range the Marines down easily, but he's not paying attention. It looks like a scan going down, seeing that there's no more third base. A few Marines were sent there to deal with it, but now it is 2 base against 1 base. This is ridiculous. Oh man, and look at this, 17 kills. What is that, 7 more kills, 24 kills or something, a stupid number of kills. And meanwhile, he's getting another base, rebuilding his third base at the 6 o'clock here, sending some lurkers to defend this. This base is actually going to be surprisingly easy to defend, actually, because the Guardians can even help out to defend if he absolutely needs them. But no, they're just busy taking stuff down here behind the natural. It looks like just 1 more irradiated here. The last 2 are probably going to just get easily irradiated and taken down by these vessels. But they've done so much damage here. If we just look at the SCV count, he's still got a good number of SCV. Well, actually, no, look at this. I don't think he's probably only transferred 12 right there, so he's actually, his SCV saturation is going to be very, very low right now. If we look at the supplies, Ram's still ahead, 93 supply against 66, but with the hive tech that Julia has, and oh my god, if his Marines just run up here, he ran up to snipe the Defiler, and the swarm went down anyway, though he's going to have to pull back once again. Julia, expanding once again to the top right, is looking like he's pulling this game back. It was looking really, really bad for him, and yet he is in not a terrible position at all right now. I would even say he was winning, except that... No, you know what? I'm going to say he's winning. He is winning the game right now. Somehow he's winning the game. Rams only has a 10 supply lead, and that's completely fine in ZVT. The Zerg is supposed to be behind on supply. Julia is ridiculous. I can't believe it. I think those Guardians definitely sold the game. I did not notice them for so long there. I mean, I knew they were coming, and I still just was not paying attention. And Rams is in a bit of trouble now. The swarms are approaching his natural. He's got nothing to deal with it. He's got a group of siege tanks in the middle of the map, but they're not stopping anything right now. He's got to be so careful. The only good thing, at least, is that there's no links here, so there's no more units to consume. He doesn't really want to consume the lurkers, obviously, or the defilers. So he's going to back up now just for a second. A few mines being laid here. The command center flowing to God knows where. It's supposed to land over here. I don't know where it's going right now. And it looks like Rams is going to use this small group of units in the middle of the map. Going to try and do what he can, but a small group of Marines and siege tanks isn't going to do too much here. Oh, he might lose a vessel. Does lose a vessel as well. And look at all the units coming out for Julia. Still no other hive tech from him. Looks like he's going to rely on Lurkerling Defiler for now, but that is absolutely fine. Well, as well as Guardians, obviously, although those have all been cleaned up. And it looks like the small group force at the front has been pushed back as well. So a few more Guardians morphing at the 6 o'clock. He's going to start mining that as well. The top right base is done. He can make a Nidus Canal here as well to connect it to his main base. The third base for Rams is up, and this TVZ is so amazing. Oh man, what an epic way to close out the round of 24 here. This is the final game, guys, don't forget. And this is turning into an amazing game. Oh man, some more Guardians in the back and to take out that turret. Really shouldn't be taking damage from that, but there is one Wraith there. He should have some Scourge here. I thought he knew there was a Wraith there. I'm just looking around for some Scourge. I don't see any, so those are actually going to get taken out surprisingly easily here. I think it's a slight mistake from Julia not to have a Scourge with those with those Guardians. But I mean, that's it's not the end of the world here. It was just 3 Guardians, and there's the big transfer over to the third. But look at this, very poor saturation here for Rams. He lost so many SCVs earlier. I mean, he's got decent saturation at his third, but barely any SCVs mining at his main and his natural. And Julian now mining from a 4th gas here, a 4-gas Zerg on Hive Tech is so scary. And Plague is about to finish as well, so we could see some sick Plagues on the Terran army. Looks like Rams is now moving out once again, wants to reestablish his map control here. The Zerg army is going, I don't know where. It looks like maybe to protect another base here, the top right natural or something, but he's already got 4 bases, so he shouldn't get over eager. Oh my god, because he a big Plague here. Oh, he only plagues the vessels. Vessels is good. I think he could have got the Marines. I don't know if Rams realized the plague was coming and that's why he ran away or something, but it was definitely a timely retreat there from the Marines. Meanwhile, the Lurker, like, oh, they were just running around the side. They were going to go backstab into the third base. There's an empty bunker and just a single vulture with a spider mine there. A couple of Marines should at least run into the bunker or something. Even if they do, it's not going to be enough. Oh no, there's a few more Marines on the side, but with a Dark Swarm there, I don't think it matters. Now that base is probably going to go down with the Dark Storm. Now there is a group of Marines moving up to the top right base, which is undefended. There is a Nidus Canal, hopefully attaching it to the Zerg's natural, but for the time being, the third base is going to get taken down here, and there's not much mining anywhere else, so Rams could be in a bit of trouble. He's got to go kill that fourth base at the top right at least. You know, trade a base for a base here, because he can at least keep the base alive, but I don't think there's any way for the Zerg to keep this base alive. He should run in and snipe the Nidus Canal before any reinforcements can come, and there he goes, he's stimming in, he's targeting down the Nidus Canal. The Nidus Canal will go down, so this base is definitely going to get taken down here, but man, I have no idea now who's going to win. This game is ridiculously close. Rams. God damn it. Rams still with a decent supply lead, 135 against 92, but of course Defilers can change everything, although with those spider mines there, that can be very, very dangerous. He's got to run in with the Lings to clear the mines first. The Lings and Hydras need to clear the mines for the Lurkers and Defilers to make their way in. It looks like this base is still getting denied. There is the Swarm. Oh man, these mines are so good against the Zerg, but the Swarms are moving into the Terran's natural. Only a few spider mines stand between him and the Zerg army. He has killed the fourth base. He's got such a huge army out on the map. He's using his mobile medic marine force with science vessels to move around the map while he uses all his siege tanks at home to defend. A very nice kind of use of the different aspects of the Terran army. But man, this is crazy. He can't get a third base. His natural is going to get mined out very, very quickly. His main is essentially mined out right now. And yet the Zerg, he's just now getting a fourth base. I mean, he's actually, he's getting mined out his main. He's got a few minerals left on his natural. This is a ridiculously close game. He should transfer some more drones to his third here at the 6 o'clock actually. And oh, there's the Irradiate, but there's another couple of Defilers there. I think, oh, but none of them have energy. None of them have energy for a Swarm, so all the Hydras get massacred. Those were supposed to be Lurkers. He's got 1,000 gas. He wanted to make them all into Lurkers, but they all got slaughtered before they could be Lurkers. And now the Marines are moving up the other side. The Lurkers were on the left side. If he can stim and kill the Lurkers, no, the Lurkers do borrow in time. Does he have enough energy? No, he does not have any more energy for Irradiate, so those repositioned Lurkers will defend that base. Meanwhile, this base is still denied for Rams. He is gonna get run dry of minerals very, very quickly here. He needs to figure out some way to clear this out. Use the vessels, use the Irradiate, do something, man. You gotta kill it. He's got one Irradiate on this vessel. Looks like, no, he's busting into the natural. The natural's dead. I wasn't paying attention, and the natural died. Oh my god, the natural died. What the hell just happened? The natural's dead. It's gone. It's gone. The natural's gone. Why is the natural gone? Oh my god, what the hell? Oh man, Julie, he's taking a 3 o'clock. I don't know what's happening anymore. This game is over my head. Rams, is he taking his third? He's taking his third, but there's 2 Lurkers still there. They're killing everything. There's so much going on in this game. Plague on the Marines. Oh my god, if they chase that Defiler off the ramp, that's going to be bad. Oh no, don't do that. Do not do that. Do not. And they still can't mine. Why are these Lurkers so effective? There's no Defiler here anymore. It doesn't make sense. And this small group of units is going to get cleaned up. Oh my god, I think he's finally going to get it. Yes! He's finally got a third. And Rams somehow has been so far ahead in supply the whole game. Look at this, Julia's at 67 supply. Rams is at 150, and somehow Julia is just owning it up right now. I don't even understand. Like this is the power of a Hive-Tech Zerg right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the prime example of OP Zerg. Ay, 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 ay. Meanwhile, it looks like another runaround by a small group of Hydras and Lurkers. I don't know why he's got so many Hydras. Maybe he just made them by mistake. He wanted to make more Lurkers or something. I don't think he has Hydra upgrades. But, oh no, the transfer! The transfer! Oh god, the transfer straight into the Marines. I don't think he can hold this. Oh man, everything is just a complete mess in the natural here. He's going to lose all the drones. Where are the Lurkers? Where's anything? GG! Julia is out. He's gone. Rams advances to the round of 16. I liquibetted correctly. Yes. Yes. Liquibet. Wow. Oh my god, what a game. Oh. 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 Wow. All right. Wow. I need a drink. So, as you can see on the screen, Terror and Rams advance to the round of 16. The Zergs have finally been thwarted in Group F. It took 6 groups to do it, but we finally did it. So, congratulations to Terror and Rams. They move on to the round of 16. Cozy and Julia, unfortunately, have been knocked out of this season of TLS, but don't worry, there are more seasons to come, plenty more opportunities to own it up. And that means that the players for the round of 16 have been finalized. I'm not going to list them all here, but I'm sure the Liquipedia page will be updated shortly if it's not already, so you guys can check it out there. And there should be an announcement about the round of 16 groups, maybe middle of next week or something like that. But basically, there will be no rest for the Wicked or the StarCraft players, and we will be going on to the round of 16 straight away from next week with the first 2 groups, A and B. I know those groups already, by the way, and they are pretty ridiculous. So look forward to that. Look forward to the announcement. But yes, huge thanks to our sponsors once again, Razer and Twitch, for bringing us this awesome tournament. Huge thanks to Team Liquid and all the organizers there. Everybody go show your love to all of these wonderful organizations. And of course, huge thanks to all the viewers for tuning in. And I am pretty exhausted, but that was an amazing day of games. So with that, I will see you all next week for the round of 16. Good night.